Hey, are you a woman over 40 and you're struggling with eliminating fat, struggling with the confidence, struggling with keeping that belly flat? Well, if so, this is the video you want to watch. Let's go.
You can get through that. You can get through anything. Okay? And at that moment, I knew my life had changed forever. Hello, how you doing? Yes. Can we all just stand up really quick because we've been sitting for a minute? Can we all stand up, move our legs around? I am Tina. Otherwise...
Meet Tina, stars Tina Wilson, a beacon of hope and transformation for women over 40. As a licensed life and health coach, Tina specializes in empowering those who have faced life's toughest challenges.
The edge of their seat. So when someone says, Tina, how did you do? I'm going to say, I had it at the edge of their seat.
Drawing from her personal triumphs over tragedy, Tina guides women on a transformative journey. Her unique approach is grounded in the 5 pillars of transformation: mindset, heart set, nutrition, fitness, and resilience. Tina's mind, body, and soul awakening program isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving. Through her online fitness boutique studio, she merges physical well-being with emotional growth. As an international motivational speaker, Tina's voice resonates across continents. She inspires and educates through her podcast, her dynamic presence on platforms like Clubhouse and Toastmasters International, and her compelling storytelling. Celebrating her latest achievement, the publication of her first book, No More Traumedy, Tina continues to leave a lasting mark in the art of transformation.
I said I need to make a book for anyone who's had some type of trauma or tragedy, because there's no playlist. People don't like to talk about it. Remember, I was with my coach and I'm like, well, this person's got a cool thing. They do motivation, they do finances. I talk about traumedies. That's not cute. He's like, Tina, you make traumedies look good. Yeah.
Stars Tina Wilson, transforming lives by overcoming one traumedy at a time.
Hey, happy day to you and also you. I am Tina, also known as Stars Tina, and I am your amazing life and health coach. I'm that person that's going to take you from good to great to amazing, and I am so excited and grateful to be here with you today. Today, it's all about women over 40 who want to look fabulous, feel sexy, have a flat belly, and all that good, yummy, yummy, yummy stuff. All right. First, I want to tell you a little bit about me. All right. Just a little something. I love movement. I was talking to someone last night and he said, I really like the fact that you're into fitness. I really like the fact that you're into keeping your body fit and looking good and healthy, right? And I was like, dude, it's all about medicine. I need medicine. We all need medicine, right? Medicine can be the sun. Medicine can be listening to the birds chirp. It can be smelling flowers. It can be exercise, yoga, running, you name it. It can even be breath. It is so important. And I'm not sure if you realize it, but heart disease is the leading cause of death. Let me repeat myself. Leading, meaning number one, uno, like the number one leading cause of death in America, which means it can be eliminated, which means you can lengthen your life to feel better, to look better, to live longer, right? And it's all with what you're eating, what you're doing, with the stress, with the diet, with the exercise. And I run an holistic wellness center. It's the total body gamut. You may hear us talk about traumedy a lot because traumedy is real. I face it head on with a great big smile and my boxing gloves, like, come on, let's go, let's go. And you're probably saying, what is that girl talking about? Traumedy? That's no word. Yes, it's a word. All right. Traumedy is a word that I coined because of my coach, Dr. Fred. He is amazing. If you need a coach, like he does, helps people publish books, but he just coached me overall. But he was the one who had me embrace my traumedies. And traumedy is when the energies of a trauma and a tragedy collide. This is something that happens in your life. It's a shock. It's out of the blue. It's just like boom. And your whole world changes in an instant, right? At that one moment, it's like, whew. and you don't know what to do. You're shook. You have two roads to go down. You can go down that road of despair, anger, hurt, pain, just ugly, dark, and gloomy. Or you can go down the other light of love, joy, peace, happiness. Yes, it's hard, but it's those two things. And when it comes to your health and wellness, when it comes to no stress, when it comes to a flat belly, you got to go down that road right there. Yes. So in our holistic wellness center, it's about the total woman, starting with the mind. The mindset is so very important, my friends. What are you putting into your mind? What are you feeding your mind every single day? Think of a plant, right? You have a plant, not even go with a plant. Let's go with dirt, okay? You have dirt and you put some seeds there. Now you've got the seeds in the dirt. First of all, what is it, good dirt? Is it just dirt you got from the side of the road? Is it nourished? Is it, and then what are you putting in the dirt? Are you watering the dirt? Are you putting fertilizer in the dirt? So very important, right? And it's very important that you nourish your body, your soul, just like you would nourish a plant, right? And I am that person that I believe that God has given me so many traumas and trials and tribulations because I'm strong. Not to say I like it or anything, right? Have you ever heard the saying, God's not going to give you more than you can handle? I hate that saying, right? I'm like, why do I have to be so strong? But I am. But you get lucky because you get to learn from my strength. You get to learn from all the crap that I've gone through. So you don't have to go through that crap, right? Whether it's a broken heart, let me tell you, okay, ladies, this little clunker right here, this heart has been through a lot, but because of health and wellness, I've been able to push through it. Today, we're going to be talking about nutrition. That's the one focus in our community. We have a community and it's some amazing women. I love each and every one of them. And we give them a lot of stuff, right? We give them so much stuff. It's like, Tina, it's too much. And pardon me, guys, I'm telling you. So when you get over 40, and I got to say over 50 because whew, I'm that one over 50. Things just hit a little different, right? Like I'm hot right now. I'm on fire. I did my little 3 mile this morning, and this hair feels like it's just like, like so much. Pardon me, forgive me, forgive me. All right. So, as I mentioned, one more thing. I'm sorry, crew. I don't know if I'm having one of those flashes or if it's just hot in here or what, but anyway, I'm just real, right? I'm just real. If you're just tuning in, I'm Tina. We're talking about nutrition because when you feel good, you look good. When you look good, you are good. And I was talking to my beautiful favorite auntie this morning, and she had a trauma recently happen in her life. She's been married for 27 beautiful years. And when I say her and her husband, like they were, as she would say, bra and panties, right? And she got shook by her husband passing away on Saturday evening. And yesterday she said something to me and it clicked and it was like, whoa, it really took me back. And she said, in life, well, I'm adding on to what she said. All right, that's what I do, like Beyonce. I kind of take, and then pull onto it. But in life, you're going to have relationships, whether it's your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your fiance, your mother. We have all these relationships in our life and they're great, right? And I think about all the relationships, all the people that I've known in my life, and I tend to get really close to people because I've got that energy. Either you're going to love me or you're not. I'm not going to say you're going to hate me, but you're either going to love me or you're not. And if you love me, I love you and I'll love you a lot, right? And we get close. And what she said is, in life, people are always going to leave you, whether it's they walk out of your life and you never see them again, or they pass away. Either way, the relationship you have with people, eventually, one day, it's going to be gone. It's going to be over. Like the relationship I had with my sonny boy. His birthday's coming up on the 3rd, 4th, the 4th, August 4th. My son was murdered in 2016. Do you think that I thought my 21-year-old son would be murdered, that relationship would be severed so soon? No, we don't think about that. That's why it's very, very important, my friends, to cherish every single moment of your life with the people you're in. Why are we arguing all the time? What is that going to do except stress you out, give you gray hair, make you sweaty, hurt your throat because you're screaming so much? It makes no sense. No, right? As she said, as we were talking this morning, she's like, every day should be filled with love, joy, light. If it's not bringing you love or joy, why are you even dealing with it? Why, my friends? Let it go. I mean, Renae, tell me, type in here or throw it on the screen somewhere, Renae, how many people in the world? We can say the United States, but all the people in the world, there's another person for you. And I can guarantee you that next person is definitely better than that last person. Let's think about it, ladies. Okay. Okay. Let's think about it. Think about when you're in high school and you had that first boyfriend. Okay, maybe not that first boyfriend because you were like a young dooty doo. You're in this relationship and you got out of that relationship and then you got to a new relationship. Wasn't that next relationship better than the past? And you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I went out with that person. And then this relationship is horrible. And you go to the next one. And when you were here, you're like, you never thought you would, like, my heart is broken. Then you get that next one, it's like, whoa. So they just get better and better and better. So don't be afraid to let go if you have to. Now, I'm not talking about like if the person passes away. I'm talking about if you're in a current relationship and it's tugging and it's just not healthy. Again, yes, we are talking about nutrition. We are talking about health and wellness today. But when your heart is broken, you eat crazy. I have a lot of clients, they just like go off the walls, right? And just eat every and anything. I'm like, why? It's not good. In that little moment, it makes you feel good, kind of, sort of, not really, right? But think about your body as a temple. God has created our bodies perfectly perfect. I'm going to say that again, perfectly perfect. And when you get to the point in your life where you have mastered, right? Like I'm an expert when it comes to eating clean and healthy. And I always say you want to do 80, 20%, 80% super, super clean, 20% okay, right? Like last night I had a little bit of mashed potatoes and usually I don't eat white potatoes, right? I'll change it to a sweet potato, but I had just a little. It's okay if you have just a little. So 8.1 billion people in the world. Whoa. How many in the United States? Because maybe you don't want a Chinese person or you don't want a Indian person or you don't want a, whatever you want to say in your race. And sometimes you have to go outside your race. But in the United States, how many people in the United States, Renee? And if you're just tuning in, yes, we are talking about nutrition, but everything in my thoughts deal with your mindset, with your heart set, right? With the way you're thinking. And it's easier to think, it's easier to eat when your heart is feeling good. So we have been talking about this book right here, Fast Like a Girl, because Lord of mercy, let me tell you guys. I'm 52. I'm a beautiful 52. Do I look like I'm 52? I think I got my hair recolored. My girlfriend, Marquita, she's like, girl, you gotta get your hair colored. And your body starts to change, ladies. You ladies in your 30s, okay. 342 million people in the United States, ladies. Get it together, girl. Get it together. Okay, here we go. First of all, if you've been with a guy, great. I say give him a 3-year limit. 3 years, if you don't have a ring on the finger, if you don't have a ring and a date, okay? Because men will try to string you along. They're going to string you along. Okay. Okay. Let me tell you, they will do that because they're scared. They don't know. But many men tell me they know within the first 3 months whether they're going to marry that woman, whether they want to be with that woman for the rest of their life. Either they do or they don't. Otherwise, they're stringing you along because they're not too sure. Well, maybe there's someone else out there. I don't want to close all the doors right here, right? 3 months, they absolutely know. I had another thought, but it kind of jumped out of my head, but that's okay. My point is, you can feel it right about here. So thank you for putting that number up there, Renee. Yes, we're talking about nutrition, fast like a girl. Oh, I was talking about 52. So I'm 52 and things change. They get a lot harder. But because of this book and a lot of things getting back to basics, it's starting to click again for me, right? When I was walking this morning, I looked at my legs and I was like, ooh, girl. When we were doing abs this morning, I was looking at my stomach. I was like, wow, it's just naturally going back to how it is. And I'm going to attribute most of it to this book, Fast Like a Girl. So in our community, you see the word traumedy right there, because that is a link. If you text the word traumedy, you're going to get all the information about our community. Someone sent me a message yesterday. I'm making a video today. Renee, remind me. I'm making a video like, what is Elevate 360 about? Someone asked me that. I'm like, you know what? I need to make a video about that. Elevate 360 has a community, and our community is amazing. We have various levels to it, but at the root, the foundation, the core is our team of our ladies when it comes to the health and wellness, and the nutrition is one aspect of it. And Tuesday nights we have nutrition meetings because we need a little check-in. I don't know about you, but sometimes you need to check in. So I don't think I definitely do. I was going to say I don't forget, but sometimes people forget, right? Like, well, we were talking about sodium the other day, like how much sodium slash salt you should be having in your foods, right? And it's very, very, very important that you look at that food label, because sometimes on the food label, let's just say it says 200 grams of sodium, all right, per serving. But then you look at it and it says 3 servings per container. Well, hello, if it's 3 servings, that's that number times 3. Excuse me. That is so huge. So it's so important that you look at the food labels. We are on week 5 because we decided to dissect this book chapter by chapter by chapter. I've listened to it at least 3 times, and my good friend Renae, she actually bought it for me. Thank you again, Renae, for buying me this book, because it's something about really getting into it, highlighting the things. And the thing that I love about her in this book is repetition. Repetition is key. You know, you think about Les Brown, he tells a story, it's the same thing over and over again. Why? So it gets drilled into your head. And each chapter, she's always sprinkling in some of the same things with the progesterone, with the estrogen, with the testosterone. And Renae was able to lead our team last night. She's doing a great job, by the way, guys. We got to give her a big high five. Renae has been stepping the fudge up. I'm like, that's my girl. She's even starting these new little games. One of our ladies, she was like, Tina, she's got us doing a word, and we got to drink water. And they were just saying how much they loved it, right? It's all about fun. You have to make eliminating fat fun. You have to make running fun. You have to make those things that you don't want to do fun, because if not, you're not going to want to do it, right? All right. So Renae, if you're able to come through now, come on through, Renae. And I want her to share. Hello. Hey, girl.
Hey,
Hey.
good morning.
You look like you're ready for an extra run.
Yep.
Girl, let me tell you, I was worried. I was not going to get on the scale this morning because I ate late last night. 8 o'clock is kind of late eating, but I got off. So I was like, I don't want to get on the scale. I don't know if I want to get on the scale. That's why I went for a run this morning. And the crazy thing is, it's like your mind's going to play tricks on you. It's like you're fighting with yourself, right? This is the bad side of my mind. This is the good side. So I got there and I started running, and I was like, oh, I don't feel like running. I was like, okay, Tina, walk. Because whether you walk or whether you run, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just move. I was
Move.
telling myself. So I was moving. I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm moving. And then I was like, I don't want to do 3 miles. I don't want to do 3 miles. So then I called my auntie, and my auntie's like, I just finished doing my 3 miles. So when she said that, what do you think I felt? I had to do 3 miles, right? That's why it's great to have that
Right?
community, because it's gonna pull each other together. Long story short, I did it because I knew it would make the scale go down. And when I went on the scale, I was like, ah, the gates have been open. The scale has been the lowest it's been in like 2 years. I was like, ah. And again, it's because of that consistency. But again, I think it goes back to fasting. We've been doing 24-hour fast every Sunday in our community, along with others. But I'm going to hush right now. And Renae, if you can kind of recap from where we are from week 1 to 5, some of the things, the highlights that really snapped in your head, or anything that might want to help the peeps. Tell us about it.
So, of course, we have different types of fasting, which I will get to. But someone asked me something last night that's very important, so I want to put it out there right now. They asked me, if you're on medications, should you just stop your medications to do fasting? And of course, I said, absolutely not. Always consult your doctor if you are on medications. We are not doctors, we are providing information. So always follow your doctor's.
So important, so important. And I'm going to stop you right there for a hot second, Renae, because what tends to happen with some people when they're taking medications, whether it's anxiety, depression, high blood pressure, cholesterol, they're feeling good when they're taking the medication. Like, oh, I feel good, I feel good. And they stop taking the medication because they feel good. But the reason why you're feeling good It's because you're taking the medication, right? So please never, I mean, I know some doctors just kind of throw medication on you, but if you know you're consistent with it, ask them to lower it a little bit, but don't just stop taking it completely, even
Mhm.
though I did that when I was younger, but but that's another thing. I'm a different type of person, but you don't want to just stop it. Go ahead, Renee.
Right. So, and we also talked about fitness. Well, like fitness, fasting isn't a one-time thing. It's a lifestyle that we integrate into our fitness. For example, you mentioned the 24-hour fast once a week. That is something that has become routine
You
for
know what?
us.
I'm gonna chop you right there. When we were in Bermuda a couple years ago, I don't know if you remember Ruth, the woman who gave us the Airbnb. She was saying every Sunday, and this is kind of how I got the Sunday thing, of course, from Aisha as well. She said every Sunday, her and her husband would fast. They wouldn't eat for 24 hours, right? And fasting is good. One, it's great for your mind to know, like, I am in control, right? If you're that person and you can't stop eating for 24 hours, I'm just gonna say, I think you're kind of weak. That's just my personal. Yeah, yes, I know I'm hard, I'm a pusher, but like how you I got enough fat on my body, right? We're not starving. 24 hours is not crazy. And start slow, of course. Don't just go out the gates. I'm doing 24 hours and you've never done 12 hours or 15. But your body needs that break. And then in some religions, they fast twice a week, like for certain hours of the day or whatever. Back to you, Renee.
Exactly. So that's another thing that we spoke about is that you have to start where you are. Don't try to jump in. For example, you and I did a 36-hour fast of
Way, let's do it again this weekend because I'm feeling good. We're on the last week. Guys, by the way, we do 21. Sorry to chop you off, Renee. We do 21-day challenges. Click the button there if you want to join. We have our next 21-day challenge coming up in 2 weeks. And this is our last week of our 21-day challenge. And I'm down like 8, Renee, 8 pounds. So I'm like, and that 36 is just going to round it off for me. So this Saturday to Monday, we're doing 36. So I just hope you're ready.
right. And it's not a I don't want people to perceive fasting as a punishment. There are so many benefits, which I'll get to that in just a minute because we covered that again. But again, it's not a one size fits all. Don't jump in and say, I'm going to do a 36-hour fast. It's like I used to tell people about running. Don't say you're going to run a half marathon or a marathon when you've never even done a mile, right? So you have to start where you are and stay committed and commit to incremental, progression. But the different fasts that we covered are the 13 to 15-hour range, which during those fasting, we see the gentle metabolic switch, which is again friendly for beginners. Then we have the
Stop right there for a hot second. So before she said 13 to 15, before you get to that 13 to 15, let's talk about something. Everyone, if you're watching this, I want to invite you to start this 12 hours. 12 hours can be so simple. How does it work? So let's just say, first of all, think about the last meal you had for the day. If your last meal was 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., whatever time your last meal is, your next meal is going to be 12 hours later. So if your last meal is 7 p.m., your next meal is going to be 7 a.m. And that's simple, right? And then once you've mastered, when I say mastered, it's like, it's nothing because I had that mastered. And then you kind of start to plateau. Then it's time to start stretching that window from 12, as Renee said, to 13 to 15 hours. And you can do that one by either bringing your dinner up, because who really eats at 7 o'clock in the morning? I mean, I know I do see people in line at like McDonald's and Chick-fil-A at 7 in the morning. I'm like, I'm hoping they're just getting off of work and not just waking up in the morning. But you definitely want that fasted state in the morning for your body to just like breathe. 13 to 15 hours, as you said, is what is that metabolic? What did you say, Renee?
the metabolic, where they start to feel, subtle metabolic changes.
Subtle metabolic change. So let's think about some changes that we feel. You might feel that hunger feeling, you might feel that tightness in your body. And I always say hunger pains. What is a hunger pain? That tight, like, ugh, it's like you're angry. It only lasts for 20 minutes. That's it. 20 minutes. I know it sounds like a lot. drink some water and mind your business. Drink some water. Think of the hunger pains as clouds. They're going to come and they're going to go. Like water in the ocean. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. That let's stop with that, right? And next week we'll go to the next one. But let's just talk about the 13 to 15 hour. Tell me, how do you feel when you're doing the 13 to 15 hour fast? And sometimes, I don't know about you, but I forget to eat. It's like, oh my gosh, I got to eat. But talk to me about your 13 to 15 hour.
So that's I'm like you. It's not, I don't want to say nothing, because for some people it is an accomplishment just to be able to do that amount. For me, I stay on the go all the time, always doing something. So that window right there, that passes very quickly for me throughout my day. And something you kind of touched on it about the last meal versus the first meal of the next day. I talked about this last night. Leverage your sleep. I said the time that you're sleeping counts. And there was 2 reasons for that. Don't think it doesn't count. And also, we should probably all be getting more sleep anyway. So it was kind of an encouragement for people to just sleep through their
fast. Yes. Even, and I also want to say, like, if we're just starting, let's just, this is our beginner week. Just, 12 hours, go for that. And also, don't think, well, I'm just going to have a peanut, or I'm just going to have a protein bar. That's breaking your fast. Even if it's just something really small, hold out, drink some water, look at the time, right? It's more important when you eat than what you eat. When is so important, because if you eat and go to bed, it's not going to happen. And do things like park your car further. Yesterday I did something when I left the gym, Renae. I remember Didi used to run everywhere and just run, just for no reason, like from the car. Like I said, you know what? I'm just going to run everywhere. Like if I'm going to leave it out, I'm going to run to the car. I'm going to run. That's burning calories. Right? I left the gym and I was running to the car, and the guy's like, slow down. I'm like, why? Burn those calories, right? I'm so psyched. I'm telling you, when the scale starts, when I start feeling better, I start doing more. So I'm like, okay, I got my workout clothes for tonight, so I can work out again tonight. Maybe we'll start our nighttime walking club, because I know the daytime can be kind of tough with the heat and all. But if you're watching this and you're struggling and you're stuck, join us, right? This book right here, the constant motivation, the constant inspiration, being able to ask questions, right? You don't understand. You don't know what you don't know. Moving your body, different personalities, different people. Renae, I'm going to let you give your closing remarks, and then we're out of here.
My closing remarks would be, text this word Traumedy to 732-656-8973. You will get so much information on, we are not just a fitness, we're not just nutrition, we are the whole package. We are a community. We welcome you into our family. We become a family. When you come into this community, you come into a family of people who care about you, who are going to check up on you and be in this journey with you together.
I love that. Thank you, Renae. See you soon.
Bye.
All right, family and friends, thank you for tuning in. We are here every Wednesday. Yes, the time is, I'm going to see if we can do the 8. I love this 8 o'clock time, just because it gives me time to breathe and, after my workouts, because morning rituals for me are super important, super sacred. By the way, I have an amazing book. I think I'm going to re-look at it, Morning and Evening Rituals to a Wonderful Life, because life is way too short to just be miserable and not enjoy all the wonderful things. So thank you for tuning in today. I hope you've learned something. Get the book Fast Like a Girl. Listen to the audio if you're over 40 and you just need that support, you need that love. Text the number and join us.